Hey guys, I wanted to shoot this really dramatic graphic look with a pop of purple on the bottom and just this really cool kind of partial cut crease winged liner thing. I know Gigi Hadid had something similar at the Met Gala recently, and it's just a really fun, I think, nice look for going out. I'm going to be heading out for a friend's birthday dinner, and we're going to grab drinks and stuff, so I thought it'd be fun to shoot a video showing you what my makeup's going to be. I also did a nude lip, and then at the end I also tried on a deep red lip, something a little different, a little more bold, but I hope you guys like this video. Please follow me on Instagram, the link will be below, and please request any videos that you'd like to see in the future. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Bye guys. So I'm going to start with prepping my skin with the Algenist hydrating setting mist. This is the Splash setting mist, and I love this mist. It's so nice and fine, and it's really hydrating. It really helps all my skincare really sink into the skin. And then I'm going to use the Caudalie Vino Expert. This is just a day cream, and I'm going to put a little bit on. I'm going to start with my eyes, so I'm going to put some tape on, and then I'm also going to apply some of my Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish eye primer. So now that I have tape on and my eyes are primed, I'm going to go in with this Tom Ford cream eyeshadow in Platinum, and I'm actually just going to take my finger and apply it all over the lid and up into my crease. This eye look is going to be super easy as far as like the amount of products, but I think it's going to look really edgy, and it's going to be a really fun look to do. So just put that as our base color, and it gives this really nice glossy metallic sheen without being too sparkly or too metallic. So next I'm going in with the NARS Loaded Palette, and I'm actually just going to be using the black shade, so you can use any black shade that. So using an angled brush, I'm going to go into the black eyeshadow, and I'm going to trace along the tape, and I'm going to create a wing. And then from there, you can see it's a very sharp line. I'm going to go from the tip of this wing liner and start moving it into the crease, but I'm only going to go part way. We're gonna leave that gap there as part of our kind of edgy look. And you can always define that wing a little bit more. So next I'm actually going to go in with a fine felt tip liner. This one is the Punker liner from Ardency, and I'm just going to line my eyes as thin as possible, and then also just kind of define this outer edge. I just want it to be a little more sharp. but I want to get the liner as close as possible to the lash line. So I've removed the tape and I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to apply some mascara. The eye look isn't done. We're going to finish it after our foundation so we can do a really clean lower lash line. I'm going to be using the Modster Big Lash by Ardency. I'm going to do my brows really quickly with the Burberry Effortless Brow Definer. And this is my favorite eyebrow pencil. It just gives me a really natural looking brow. And it also, it's also kind of a waxy formula, so it kind of holds its shape a little bit. I like to brush through my brow very often so I can get a very natural and diffused, filled in look. So for this look, I want a really full coverage foundation or something a lot heavier, because the eyes are so dramatic and they're just so edgy, so I don't want to have anything competing with that. And so I'm using the Mally Cream Foundation in Tan. It's a tiny bit dark for me, so I put a drop of my Maestro Glow Giorgio Armani foundation, and this is the white shade. I just put a drop on there, and I'm going to kind of tap it around and apply it onto my skin. This foundation is super full coverage. It's not something I wear every day because it's so heavy, but for special occasions or a night out or something where you want a little more drama, and you want a really flawless coverage, it's actually really nice. I'm going to go into my concealer. This is a Corez concealer, and I'm just going to conceal under my eyes because I don't want any darkness or discoloration right here, because I'm actually going to be putting a purple shadow fairly low down on this area, and I don't want it to look like I've got bags or a black eye or something. So I'm going to conceal underneath here, and I'm using a Kat Von D concealer brush. I'm going to set my under eyes really quickly with the Mercier translucent powder, and this is a little Real Techniques, I think it's a contour brush that comes in their kit, and I'm just going, and you really want to make sure you set this area really well, because we're going to put eyeshadow underneath there, and you don't want the eyeshadow creasing, and you don't want your concealer creasing. So to finish up the eyes, I'm going to tightline with this eyeliner This is just a black eyeliner by NARS. And I just don't want any gaps showing through on my eye look. So I just want to quickly tightline. And then I'm going to go in with this purple eyeshadow. This is Daphne by NARS. I don't know if it's still available. It's a beautiful, vibrant purple eyeshadow. And I'm going to smoke it out on this bottom lash line. So I'm going to pat it in first to really build up the color. And I'm going to smoke it down. I think I'm going to take it down a bit farther than I normally would, because it's such a cool, kind of punky purple color. And just keep pressing the shadow on and then blending it out with your brush. I'm just using a very old smudging brush. I just recommend anything small that will get into the lash line very easily and that you can just press in. So I finished the purple down on the bottom, and then I also threw on some old Ardell lashes just for the top to complete the look. And I feel like this dramatic look really calls for contouring. And it's something that I used to do a lot, all the time. I loved it. And then I kind of moved away from it, but I think this look really, really needs it. So I'm going to use my Laura Mercier palette. And this palette is really messed up, as you can see, because I've used it a lot. And it just has 2 contour shades and a highlighting shade. And I'm going to go in with the lightest one first and just build up my contour. So I'm going to start here. And you don't want to do that sucking your face in, and because you'll draw your contour too low. And the point of contouring is making your cheekbones look higher, or kind of drawing new cheekbones. So you want to go actually just slightly above where your ear starts, just slightly above, so you can create a higher cheekbone. And you can see the difference between one side of my face already and the other. And the brush I'm using, is the Real Techniques Bold Metals 301. It's the best contour brush I've ever used. It just places it perfectly. I don't always blend with this one, especially if I'm using powder, but with the creams, it works out really, really well. And it keeps it very, very sharp, so you can see. And I'm going to do the other side. And then I'm also going to do underneath my jawline. That's super important. And I'm also going to take it right here on the temples and go kind of back. Where the wing starts, you want to kind of push it back. And I'll give you that kind of sunken in shape to your face. And this is the best kind of contouring for my face personally, but you can do it however you want. I'm also going to use the darker color just a little bit and just go in the deepest part right here of my contour. I'm also going to contour my nose a tiny bit with the lightest shade, and I'm just going to go from the socket of the eye down the side of my nose. And just keep blending that there and kind of taper down to the tip to make my nose appear a little. So for highlight, because I can't miss that step, I'm going to use the Chanel Camellia de Chanel, and you can see it's already very well used. I'm just going to apply this on the highest points of my cheeks. It's a really beautiful champagne shade, so it's pretty neutral and will work with all the colors and everything I have going on right now. So, highlighter down the center of my nose, and some on the cupid's bow. I do feel like I'm a little washed out, so I am going to put in a tiny, tiny bit of blush, and I'm going to put on Inhibition by Tom Ford. This is kind of my go-to neutral blush, and it's a little bit peachy, but just a tiny bit on the apples. So I want to try a different lip, but I actually want to try nude first to see what this looks like. I'm going to use Hourglass Grace, and I have a little mini version of the lipstick. Just to see what it looks like. This lipstick's so nice and creamy. I really, really love it. So here it is with a deeper red lip. I'm actually testing out something new. This is something that was sent to me. It's by Lulu Face Company, and it's their matte lipstick in Escape Artist. And it's a really, really deep red. This is something that I don't ever wear very often, but it's a really cool color, especially if you're going out or doing something like that. So